Well, it's actually official now. Lewis Hamilton is indeed set to leave Mercedes at the end of 2024 and drive for Scuderia Ferrari for the 2025 season and beyond. But you and I don't have to wait till 2025 to see Lewis Hamilton in action in a Ferrari, because in this very video, we're putting Lewis Hamilton in a Ferrari in the F1 game. Yes, that is right. We're getting Hamilton in red before GTA 6. We're here for an Italian Grand Prix, Hamilton and Leclerc as teammates, yellow 44 on the scarlet red. We're on the front row alongside Lando Norris, quite fitting the McLarens right up here with the Red Bull and Ferraris. We go to 5 red lights. Might we be seeing this sort of scenario by the time we get to 2025? You know, the McLarens, they've been cooking as of late. If they continue their trajectory, they well might be here fighting for second, third, ahead of the Red Bulls. Merc down there in 6 and 8, but we have got into the lead of the Italian Grand Prix, driving as Lewis Hamilton in his new Ferrari here, ahead of Piastri and Lando Norris. The two McLarens fighting each other, hammer and tong, side by side through Parabolica for second and third place. So it's us three all close together, and there goes Piastri looking for the move on the inside. Lando's going to pull out on the left-hand side. It's going to be 3 abreast between us two McLarens and our Ferrari car. We're going to take it nice and easy into turn 1, play the tactical game. We've got a long way to go in this 25% race at the Italian Grand Prix as we go down to second place, but we know we can make back up time here on the Curva Grande through this subtle right-hander. Can we go to the left? No, Lando's going to be very defensive on the inside line. We go to the outside, nice and easy, trying to float the car through round the outside, and it has worked out for us, and we are back into the lead, much to the Tifosi's delight, I'm sure, although our teammate Leclerc down in P10 at the moment, but he's making quick progress. Lap 4, he's up to P7, but the fight we're concentrating on is this. It's the Red Bulls versus McLaren. This, you know, hopefully could be the fight going into this current season of Formula 1 and into 2025 if things go the way McLaren fans want and Red Bull can be caught potentially. But it's the usual vibe of Verstappen coming out on top here in this fight versus Sergio Perez and Norris and Piastri. He's in second place, but this is what you kind of want. Lewis back at the top, Verstappen there as well, and getting that fight that we had in 2021 going again. But eagle-eyed viewers, if you may have noticed, actually the different driver transfers we've got in this race then. Obviously, we've put Hamilton in the Ferrari. We've put Albon in the Mercedes, because I've seen his name being batted around as maybe a candidate. I think another stronger one might be Fernando Alonso, as like a last-ditch effort by him to try and be at the top of Formula 1 before he finally bows out at some sort of point. But who knows? It is Fernando Alonso. It seems like he can go forever in Formula 1. And then obviously that's a domino effect also for the Williams team and also Alfa Romeo in the game right now. But obviously will be, well, they are Sauber at the moment and will become Audi. And there are links there with Carlos Sainz, you know, his father being an Audi rally driver for in the Dakar. You know, he's now got to find a spot. And it certainly makes a very interesting domino effect. Lewis moving to Ferrari, it really shakes things up. We've now all of a sudden got a seat in one of the quote-unquote top 3 teams, or top 4 teams, I guess, if you're including McLaren in the bunch now, you know, after their strong end to 2023. Then that leaves obviously a seat then also going for whoever leaves and vacates their team to go to Mercedes. Sainz is floating about as a free agent. So, yeah, very, very interesting driver market coming up, I guess, in the next year, and seeing how it all kind of shakes out. But now we focus back on the action in the race, and we are now in for our first pit stop. Along with us is Sergio Perez and Piastri. Norris and Verstappen continue on. Interestingly, we at Ferrari and McLaren chose the soft compound to start this race in. Red Bull have gone medium, so I think they're going for the medium to soft strategy with a 25% race here around Monza. It's unlikely they're going to choose the hard compound tyre, so they well might be a little bit quicker in the second part. So far, surprisingly, to my surprise, we've had the measure of the McLaren and especially more so the Red Bulls, but I guess they got caught up quite heavily behind the McLarens from that starting grid where Lando was on pole. And speaking of the Red Bulls now, maybe in free of the shackles of McLaren, well, Sergio Perez, no stranger to holding up Lewis Lewis Hamilton in real life to help out Max Verstappen. He's trying to hold us up here now in the middle of this Italian Grand Prix as we go through Ascari. Perez has really held us up there, at least by a good half a second, you've got to say, as we're nearly going to be 3 abreast because the McLaren is having a little look there. Really awesome, though, to see Red Bull, Ferrari and McLaren toe-to-toe in that one camera angle shot. And I've got to say, you know, all I've done with this mod is put Hamilton in the Ferrari and given him, you know, a Ferrari helmet. Everything else is actually the base vanilla game. So the fact that we're getting such a close race here with the Red Bull, with the McLaren in there, is quite decent, actually. It's almost like the game somehow knows the kind of vibe we're going for. But look at that. Perez has done a wonder. Complete master plan as Verstappen and Norris have undercut us. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So something Hamilton may well have to get used to. Let's be real. Some dodgy strategy calls. So we're going to have to now, as Lewis may have to, outdrive the strategy and get matters back into our own hands. As we're now looking to chase after Lando Norris at the end of lap 8 on to 9. And we are going to have the DRS, a little bit of battery there, but we'll save that for later on, chasing after Max Verstappen as we ease past with DRS down the main straight up into second place. And now we've got clean sight to chase after Verstappen, having set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. And I've got to say, also, I don't know about you guys, let me know in the comments below. I actually really think Hamilton's helmet, it fits really well in the Ferrari environment, in the Ferrari car. Lewis in red also works very, very well as well. We're on lap 10 now. We're chasing after Verstappen. Yellow flags, though. The Red Bull's slow. It looked a bit slow, and it is slow. Oh, the Red Bull goes up in smokes at the Italian Grand Prix. Honestly, this game right now, I've loaded into this race. It genuinely knows what we're going for. It knows the vibe of McLaren being quick to, be up there, and it knows that we're trying to get glory for Hamilton, for Ferrari, because that luck is unbelievable. Unbelievable. An engine failure like that in Grand Prix mode is very random, random number generator, and we got very, very lucky with Verstappen there with a DNF. Unbelievable. Meanwhile, we cut back to our teammates here, the Leclerc, and he's going to make the double pass to get up into second place. Leclerc is being absolutely motivated, perhaps, by us getting to first place, driving as Lewis. Leclerc in second place. He's made 3 overtakes in the span of 1 sector there onto the second last lap of the Grand Prix. It's now all of a sudden a 1-2 for Scuderia Ferrari. Hamilton ahead of Leclerc. How often may we be hearing that later on in the future of real-life Formula 1? Well, here in the game, it's happening, and Leclerc is actually going to try and come and overtake us. We've got no DRS, of course. We're a sitting duck. Leclerc down the inside. He's gone a little bit deeper. We're just taking it nice and easy and not trying to get, trip over ourselves or trip over Leclerc, because we've got 1 more lap to go. So let's just keep this clean as we can as we pull out now for another re-overtake then for first place. This time it's on our teammate, but we're taking it nice and easy there, and we've backed off on purpose because we're playing a game with Leclerc. We know we want to be behind for the DRS to re-overtake him. Leclerc now is going to be absolutely vulnerable to not just me but everyone, to be honest. So this was actually a little bit of a poor race management from Leclerc to overtake me like that onto the last lap, because now he's just been done by the 2 McLarens and we have been selfish and driven for ourselves. I did try and maybe block the McLarens a little bit there to help Leclerc out. I would have rather have got a 1-2 for the sake of the video. It would have been really, really nice, but in the end of it, we have to still go for the race win, and this is something that might happen in real life. Leclerc and Hamilton as teammates is massive. 2 big drivers, big names, big egos, 2 quick drivers. There's going to be someone who's going to be upset sometimes, but we are definitely not that person today as we take victory at the Italian Grand Prix, driving as Lewis Hamilton for Ferrari. Grazie ragazzi, forza Ferrari. Hamilton's going to have to get used to saying that potentially from 2025 onwards. Great win. And like I said, you're about to see it in this cutscene here. Hamilton in red in the Ferrari overalls with like a little tweak to his helmet to make it, the Ferrari sponsors here and there. It works. It works really, really well, I am looking forward to seeing 44 in red. Guys, if you have enjoyed this video, then be sure to hit the like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. And if you didn't catch my earlier video video today where I actually went through the breaking news when we were first learning about it in the first half of the day this morning on the 1st of February. Then be sure to go check that one out if you want to see my full kind of raw reaction to everything and a little bit of analysis of why maybe this move is happening and what could it mean. We talked about it a little bit earlier in the video, midway through, about the driver market madness, but it's also going to mean a very exciting new outlook for the F1 game then going into next year. We haven't even got 24, but we're thinking about 25 already. That's just how big of a thing Lewis Hamilton to Ferrari really is. But yeah, I'll catch you guys around. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.